Welcome to another episode of Hospitality Insider on Koni TV. I'm Koni Kim. Today we have honored guest Bill Smith, who has spent 17 years as the Chief Operating Officer and President of Design Group of MGM. And now he has his own company, is Smith Advisory Group, and he is going to talk about a lot of things about how he built a city center, as well as how he used his knowledge and skills to consult other people, especially Guri World Design Center in Korea. Hi, Bill.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to
Thank you.
Hospitality Insider. And first of all, give us a little bit introduction of yourself, besides what I have shared with the audiences.
Well, I'm also an architect by profession and a book publisher, and spent most of my career, last 25 years in development.
Right.
And spent a good portion of my career in developing all different types of projects, all different types of scales of projects.
It is really the world-known city center. I mean, it's a really honor to have you here. And give us a little bit about similarities or differences when you compare with City Center and the big project that we're talking about, Guri World Design Center in Korea.
Well, City Center, as you know, is 18 million square feet, and it was developed in a 60-month schedule in Las Vegas. You know, Guri World Design Center is very similar in scale.
Right.
It has hotels, it has a design center, it has retail, it has a school, which we do not.
Right.
But in terms of the scale, very similar, and I think that the challenges that we had at City Center will probably also be same challenges that we had there arise there. So I think, with a little bit of planning and understanding of what could go wrong, perhaps we can make sure that things go a lot better.
Well, if there's anybody who can take over this Guri Center design management, I don't see anybody else can do that.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'd be honored to help the team, move this project forward and create a world facility in Korea. I was over there about a year and a half ago, and I think it's an incredible country.
Right.
And the design, Korea is ready for something very special.
Right.
When I look at all their buildings, there's some incredible buildings, but I think what we could do here would be something very, very special and something that the whole country would be proud of.
Yeah, it's not just for whole country, it's really the whole Asian countries building so many hotels there. They don't have to come all the way here in the United States.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's really going to be the world-known center, isn't it?
Yes, and you've got an incredible airport that supports all that.
Yes, in
So,
Incheon.
yeah.
Yes, that's
So
good.
I think that this potential has an incredible opportunity to do something very special.
So looking back in the city center, I'm just totally amazed how you can pull all that together. How many architects or design companies or construction people, how many are there all involved in there?
Oh, it was very complicated. First of all, our vision was to create something that was world class. That was mandated by the MGM board. And so that means we had to hire world-class people.
Yes.
So we selected 7 world-class architects,
Yes.
including Cesar Pelli, Daniel Liebskin, David Rockwell, KPF, and we had Norm Foster, and then on the back of the door we had Raphael Vignoli. So we selected all those designers to create something special. When you build a city, you don't hire one architect to do all the buildings.
That's right.
So that's why we realized that that's what we had to do. And then we had 3 architects that were responsible to take all that design and create working drawings that the builder could use to build the project.
Mm-hmm.
And then from an interior design perspective, a very important part of what we do
Exactly.
is making sure the interiors are something special. We needed to hire multiple interior designers.
Right.
And we hired 46 different firms.
Wow, that
to
many?
handle 46
Yes.
different firms. So the goal was to create something special, but that causes also a managerial challenge to get all that done and coordinated. So what we did is we brought in Gensler, largest architect in the world, and asked them to serve as a manager rather than a designer.
Yes.
To help us manage all these
Right.
components.
Right. So how do you really select those design companies and construction people?
Well, what we did was we asked Gensler, who was familiar with all of them, to go back and put a list together of people that you thought would be best suited for that particular building. So residential, we looked at people who had done residential buildings. Hotels, we looked at people who had done residential hotels, retail, and so forth. And
okay, great. So now that I know that the city center is one of the LEED gold certification?
Yes, it's the largest LEED project in the world.
So talk about a little bit of that, and then we're going to go over really extensively in next segment.
Okay. Well, early on, we realized to be a world-class facility, we should be also focused on sustainability and LEED. And we decided early on that we would create a project that would achieve silver certification. And in order to do that, we asked Gensler to provide a leader who was an expert in LEED certifications and sustainability, and she assembled consultants who represented each building. So that there was a team of 9 people dedicated full-time just to LEED certification.
Hold that thought. We're going to carry on to extensively in sustainability in the next segment. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I'm Scott Divert, and I work for Carlson Residential Hotel Group, and you're watching.
You are watching.
Thank you for watching Koni TV.
Koni TV.
Koni TV.
Koni TV.
The first ever internet TV station designed specifically for the hospitality industry. KoniTV.tv.
Welcome back with Bill Smith, who has successfully developed the city center in Las Vegas, and we're going to talk about the sustainability. Bill, thank you for sharing about the sustainability, how important it was for city center.
Well, we knew that if we were going to create a world-class facility, that sustainability and a LEED certification would sort of give us the gold seal, if you will, that we had responded to the 6 criteria that are required to obtain a LEED certification. But certainly sustainability is an important issue in Las Vegas. Certainly with water is something that we've been sensitive to for many, many years. We only have 4 inches of rainfall per year.
Oh, wow.
And so it's important. We watch the snow on the west side of the Rockies because that contributes all the water down into our Lake Mead, which is where we draw our water. But no, sustainability was really something that we realized that needed to be dealt with early on, and so from the highest level of the corporation, MGM, they wanted this to be something that was very, very special, along with an art program. I think I'd mentioned before that Jim Murren wanted this to be a place where people could come and see and live and experience artwork as well.
Exactly.
So
explain a little bit about the LEED certification. What do you have to be certified by LEED? And actually, matter of fact, what is LEED stands for?
Yeah, it's leadership in environmental and energy design, which is the 3-4 letters that it represents. But you're measured, there's a series of points that you receive based on certain characteristics of the building. Whether you use, for instance, material locally, you get so many points for that. If you eliminate waste that doesn't go to the landfill and you recycle rather than load landfills, there's credits for that. Air quality, for instance, the air quality within your building. To help some on the energy side, we fed the air conditioning under the bottom of all the furniture rather than have large fans in the ceiling to drive all the cold air down. And we reduce our energy costs by about 30% by doing that, as an example. So there's a whole grading system that they go through.
And water savings as well?
Water savings, absolutely. Waste management, air quality. And I think that, our original concept was to achieve silver. We didn't want to quite say that we could get the gold, but we were lucky enough that at the end of the day, when we went to the Green Building Council, we were able to get the points necessary. And all that has to be validated. You have to provide them with documentation that demonstrates that you actually achieved it. And we were very fortunate to be able to do that.
I understand that the position of where you plant the trees and to come into the guest rooms to be less hot or cold or something like that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very important.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's the air quality issue we think is a very important issue because people, if there's great air within their facility, they live a healthier life.
That's
It's
exactly
even
right.
the trees, for instance. We have trees that aren't completely in the sun, so when we see that they're stressed,
Yes.
then we take them to a greenhouse and we rotate them.
Oh,
We
I
don't
see.
get rid of them. We
I
keep
see.
an overabundant number of trees,
Right.
and we rotate them to keep them healthy.
Truly sustainable.
Truly sustainable.
Yes, that's very
yes,
good.
Yes,
So
rather
that's
than-
the only mixed-use development in Vegas that has 6 gold LEED certification?
Yes, and since then some more have obtained that as well. But
Mm-hmm.
we were the first to obtain, LEED certification and achieve gold. So
Perfect. So I understand the Guri World Design Center, their main focus is the sustainability. So how do you see we can import some of the criteria that you have learned at City Center into Korea and have a standard built up? Do you have any thoughts about that?
yeah, I think that what we would do, I think the first thing we should do is develop a strategy. What is it? What are our objectives here?
Mm-hmm.
Are we intending to achieve levels similar to LEED, or is there there's other measurements in the industry
Right.
that you can measure sustainability?
Right.
Once we establish what our objectives are and what
Right.
we plan to do, then I think we put a strategy together
Mm-hmm.
that mandates and delineates how we're going to do that.
Yes.
And I would seek to find the people that helped us at City Center,
Right.
and I would push to engage
Mm-hmm.
some of those experts so that people who just went through City Center
Right.
can apply what they learned here
That's right.
in Guri City. So I think there's a real opportunity there to do something special. And it's great when we meet with people in Korea and they say, well, what are the credentials of the people that are doing this?
Right.
We're going to have it all spelled out for them, what they've done.
Well, his evidence is the whole city that
it's
was
done.
built.
It's
yes,
done. Yeah.
it's done. It's,
It's
another
done. It's completed.
concept.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So you already have all the experts in development, in every different area. So you can take that expert to Guri Center. I mean, it's done.
It's very
isn't it?
easy. No, I have all these relates. It's a phone call.
Right.
I can ask these people to join the team.
Yes.
So-
That would be absolutely
Yeah.
incredible project, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So when you compare the size, how does it measure?
Well, I think Guri City is a bigger site than where we are at City Center. We're on 76 acres. This is much bigger. It involves public transportation. It has a green space.
That's right.
So there has to be a lot of thought process put into the planning of the master plan
Right.
and making sure that the initial ideas are properly thought through
Right.
so that we don't have some decision we made early on become a problem down the road. So you really got to make sure the master plan is correct. And
Absolutely.
at City Center, we hired 3 master planners to make sure that we didn't make a mistake.
Hold that thought. When we come back, we're going to talk about Bill's experience with the city center, how he can give us the advice to make a successful venture at Guri World Design Center. Don't go away.
This is Christine Shanahan with HVS Design, and you're watching
Koni TV.
Koni TV,
Koni TV.tv.
the first internet TV station for the hospitality industry.
Welcome back with Bill Smith, who has successfully finished the City Center Las Vegas project, and now he's consulting with Guri World Design Center. Bill, thank you so much for sharing wonderful stories. And now, with your all great experiences, developing that city center in Las Vegas, how can you apply that into World Center in Korea?
Well, there's a lot of things we learned trying to develop, a $9 billion project in 60 months. And so I think, how you organize the project at the beginning, how you make decisions, who has to be involved in the decision-making process. Because if you don't make decisions, the project doesn't move forward.
Right.
And so you have to empower people that might not normally have that responsibility to be able to make decisions and you have to organize around a team of people
Right.
that you can trust.
Right.
And you have to empower them. And you have to say, go get this project completed. Help me be successful. Don't be afraid that you're going to make a mistake. If you do, that's okay.
Right.
We're all going to make mistakes. But I think assembling the right team, people with the right attitude,
Right.
and really delineating leadership, who's in charge, who is the ultimate person that's going to make this happen,
Right.
and understanding what the overall objectives of the client is. You know, is this budget driven? Is it design driven? Is it schedule driven? And sometimes on most projects it's a little bit of everything.
Of course, yes.
But I think here with the Design Center, we're going to want to be sure that we're creating, when you called it the World Design Center, it
Yes.
better be very special.
Exactly.
So we're going to have to make sure that we hire the right people to come join us to do that. And I think that that will be the first step in making sure that we're making the right decisions.
Right.
The next probably most important thing is understanding how we're going to interface with the government.
Exactly.
How they're going to approve things, how
That's
does all
right.
that process move
That's right.
forward. And that needs to be an early discussion,
Yeah.
not a latter discussion.
Right, so you envision bringing a lot of people from U.S.,
I think that we should selectively bring the right leadership,
right?
and then I'd prefer to have people from Korea
Right.
be part of the project, so when it's over, they've also learned how to do it.
Absolutely.
And that stays within the country.
Right.
That's important.
Yeah.
So I think we bring the right leadership, and it may be a combination of people who have done it and some people who I think are smart enough to go do it.
Yes.
So
Yes. So that you even wrote a book about creating City Center, right?
yes, I did. After we completed City Center in '09, I asked our chairman, Jim Murren, if it, I said we need to document what we've done here because this is an incredible story.
Right.
That if we don't publish a book, we'll never really get told out into the public.
That's right.
And it's a great story. And it's the largest privately funded project in U.S. history.
Is it
in
really?
the history of the United
Yes.
States. So he said, great idea, go find a publisher. I did. And it took about 3.5 years to put together a book that's called Creating City Center. That's the right title.
Yes.
Our publisher, Norton, thought that would be the right title. So
Right.
it's called Creating City Center.
Yes.
It's published by W.W. Norton, and it's available on about 25 websites throughout the world.
Yeah, that's
including Amazon,
fabulous.
Barnes and Nobles, and all
Yes.
the other places. And we found that universities are buying it right now to use it as a case study.
Yes,
within
that's
their colleges.
very important.
Schools of business and
Yes,
architecture.
yes.
So it's right now in the Toronto Public Library.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the British Library in London. And the purpose of the book was really to tell the story about City Center. So we interviewed 40-some people who were on the project right after we completed it.
Oh, yes.
And we did a 1-hour interview by phone.
Oh, yes.
And we took all those different pieces and
Wow.
embed them in the book.
I mean, it's a really valuable, treasure to anybody like the Guri World Design Center
Absolutely.
can be a dictionary
Absolutely.
of something that they can use it to do.
Yeah, and that's a very good point because normal architectural books are about, they show these gorgeous pictures
Yes,
of
yeah.
the facades of buildings.
That's right.
City Center, Creating City Center is not about that.
Yeah.
It has study models. It has sketches. It has
Yes.
construction photos. It has
Right.
landscaping photos.
Right.
It's about the whole process because we wanted people to read through each chapter and feel like they understand what it's all
Right,
about.
right.
And so we took a different approach, and W.W. Norton, the publisher, had never done that before. And once I showed them the photos that we had, they said, we have to do this.
Exactly.
And so we proceeded to create a book that is very different in the industry.
Because of that, I think your idea of bringing leaders here, but then also find a lot of leaders in Korea.
Yes.
Here is a dictionary. Here is the book that they can learn from. It's not something that you have to teach every single step.
That's right.
And that is absolutely incredible, valuable tool. I think it would make it toward the success of this project.
I think there's some validity to that because I think that as you read through the people who are in the book,
Yes.
they talk about the lessons they learned.
Exactly.
So it's really an opportunity for people to read through City Center and get a sense what people felt.
Oh, yeah.
What was the challenges
Yes.
and where was it hard? And you hear that's
Yeah.
all discussed in the book.
Yeah. It's all these different buildings all going out at the same time.
7 buildings all being built at the
Wow.
same time.
Yeah, that is
designed at the same time and built at the same
amazing,
time.
yes.
And then putting all the furniture in at the same
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Each building has a lot of furniture and
Yes.
artwork and carpet and wall covering.
Yes.
And we had to buy all that and put all that in as well.
Yeah. So have you purchased all those products in U.S. or a lot of come from overseas?
A lot of it was overseas as well. Yeah, we purchased Brazil, lots in Europe. We did some purchasing in China, some stone. But no, we outsourced. We created a team of 12 people whose responsibility was to find products around the world.
Okay.
It was a resource team that we created in-house.
That
And
is
I would do the same thing here. We should create a team of people who search
Right.
the world,
Right.
understand what products are out there, understand the pricing associated with
Right.
it, and make sure that if there's some financial benefit we can get out of this, it makes sense. I think we saved about almost $300 million by outsourcing.
So it was great. We're running out of time, but we would love to have you come back and to share some more stories. Would you be able to come back?
Absolutely, I'd look forward to it.
And before we close, just one word of wisdom you want to share to the audiences.
As it relates to development, I would say that once you commit to these projects, be sure your heart's in it, because there are tough jobs to get done. And you have to be sure that everybody really buys on to being able to finish these projects.
Wonderful. Great advice. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Bill.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
you.
Thank you for watching Hospitality Insider on Koni TV. If you would like to know more about Bill Smith, go to konitv.tv.
Hi, I'm Koni Kim with Darf Design, and you're watching
And you're watching
And you are watching
And you're watching Koni TV.
Koni TV.
Connie TV.
Koni TV.
Koni TV.
The first internet channel for the hospitality industry.
Watch and follow who she brings and what she brings to show you to inspire.
KoniTV.tv. I love it.